All right, so whenever you are looking at this, hopefully you are ready to go. Okay. So I zoomed into each box. That way, hopefully you can see it no matter if you're on a phone or you're on a computer or on a tablet. So remember, when you are solving for a variable, the two things that I like to tell you is 1, draw your barrier. 2, circle the thing you want to get alone. Okay? Then you look at it. So remember those dance moves that I did? You have your barrier. So we are looking, is there anything to distribute? No. Is there anything to combine? No. Is there anything to do the opposite of? We want to isolate that variable. Yes. Since this is what I want to get alone, I need to move this. So that means I'm going to add 6 on both sides. This goes away, leaving me with 2x over 8. What is 4 plus 6? 10. Okay? You will get a calculator for your test. Don't worry about that. Your test will also be multiple choice. Okay? Now again, this whole thing is now by itself. So I want to start to get this alone. That 8 is what's in my way. So to do the opposite, this 2x is being divided by 8. So the inverse is going to be times 8 on both sides. And if I times 8, that goes away, leaving me with 2x. What's 8 times 10? 80. To get x alone, I need to do the inverse, which is divide. What's 80 divided by 2? 40. So x equals 40. Okay? And again, on your test, it will be multiple choice, and you will only have to do 2 of these type of problems. That's what each of these in parentheses means. On your test, you will have 2 of these type of problems. Okay? So if we go on to number 2, we are going to draw our barrier. It's kind of difficult to circle what we want to get alone. So, is there anything to distribute? Yes. Okay. So, what is 3 times 2x? 6x. What is 3 times negative 6? Negative 18. Equals positive 24. Now it's kind of easy to tell me what I want to get alone. So this is what I want to get alone. What's standing in my way? The negative 18. The inverse of negative 18 is positive 18 on both sides. That cancels out. I'm left with 6x. 24 plus 18 is 42. Divided by 6 on both sides, and x equals 7. Okay? I distributed. There was nothing to combine. So then I began to do isolation, which is the opposite. Okay? Moving on to number 3. I have my barrier. It's not kind of easy to see what I need to get along first. So I'm going to distribute. Negative 2 times negative x is positive 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6, and that equals 19. Now it's a lot easier, right? Minus 6 on both sides. 2x equals 19 minus 6 is 13 divided by 2. X equals 13 over 2. And I'm just going to leave it like that solely for the purpose that on your test, again, it's multiple choice, and I most likely will leave it as an improper fraction or as a fraction. Okay? If you want to figure out what the decimal is, that's fine. But again, on your test, everything will be in fractions. It'll be reduced to the lowest terms. Okay? Looking at 4, I'm going to draw a line. That's my barrier. I'm going to need to distribute here as well. A lot of distributing on these. So keep that in mind. If you are struggling with distributing, you're going to need to do some extra practice on IXL, okay? Or find something online that would help with distributing, but it's going to be something that you see a lot of, okay? 9 times x is 9x. 9 times negative 1 is negative 9. That's going to equal negative 27. I want to get this alone, so I need to add 9 to both sides. 9x equals, what's negative 27 plus 9? Negative 18 divided by 9. And x equals negative 2. Okay? And that is the first part. Again, you will have 2 problems like that on your test. And this is the part that says I can solve for 1, 2, and multi-step equations that may or may not include distributive property and combining like terms.